Hi guys, it's Kino. Welcome to another video. So today's reading is going to be messages and predictions for the month of April 2021. We'll start with a general overview of your month, and then we will take a look at 3 specific areas of your life, which are love and relationships, career and studies, and spiritual and personal growth. So as you can see, there are 3 readings for you guys to choose from today. I'm going to show you each of the crystals one by one, and then please pick whichever one you feel drawn to the most. So number 1 is Sodalite. Number 2 is Magnesite. And number 3 is Cherry Blossom Agate. Okay, so as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started with number 1. So if you guys chose the Sodalite, these are going to be your messages and predictions for the month of April 2021. So I'm going to start with this oracle card here, and this is going to give us your general overview of the month, or what your guides want you to know for this month. And the card that we have for you is Whispers. It's so cool for me to see this card again. So I haven't used this oracle deck. Well, I feel like I haven't used it that much recently. When I first started my channel, I used it a lot, and this card was like following me around in all the pick a cards. I swear it would come up at least once. And honestly, I'm not exactly sure of the traditional meaning of this card, as in what would be written in the guidebook for it, but because it came up so often in readings, as it came up time and time again, I sort of figured out what the spirit guides are trying to tell me when they bring this card out. So this is your message from your spirit guides for the month of April. This means that your guides might be a little bit quiet this month. And when I say quiet, I don't mean that they're not going to be talking to you or sending messages to you. It is very much the opposite. Your guides are going to be in frequent communication with you, but when I say quiet, I mean that their voices might be a little bit small, or their messages might be a little bit subtle. And I always think that our spirit guides are very deliberate with how they communicate with us. There's always a reason for it. At least I think so. I don't think it's random, the way they choose to come through and how they choose to express themselves to us. So if they're being more quiet, if they're being more subtle, this likely means that they're trying to get you to be still and calm down and be silent so that you can hear them. You will have to calm your mind so that you can hear them. I sometimes use this analogy of like, if your mind is like water, and in order to see through into the water and see what is in there, the water needs to be clear. So if you're flapping around and splashing up the water, you won't be able to see. And maybe you're gonna start kicking up some sand and some mud from the bottom if you're moving around too much and making a big fuss. I don't know if that's the right word, but it will make the water turbulent, it will make the water murky, and you won't be able to see what's inside. In order to see what's inside, you have to be completely still so that the water is clear and you can look in. So your guides are giving you some advice this month. Well, they're kind of giving you a heads up. We're gonna be quiet, so if you want to hear us, you will practice the art of being still and being silent, and also the art of trusting your inner voice. I feel like a lot of the signs and a lot of the messages that you're going to get in the month of April, they're going to come from your inner voice, your inner knowing. So I think this month you're not going to be seeing a lot of, huge glaring synchronicities right up in your face, seeing angel numbers everywhere you turn or hearing really loud noises. It doesn't seem so much as like obvious signs in the outer world, but they're sort of trying to get you to turn inwards. Yeah, they're trying to get you to turn inwards. And I'm looking at the number 12 on this card, which is reminding me of the 12th house in astrology, which represents things that are hidden. It represents our subconscious mind. I feel like this is the part that they're trying to help you access. So if it feels like they're not there, if it feels like they're not saying anything, there will be a need to look deeper. There will be a need to look deeper within your subconscious. The number 12 is also associated with the Hanged Man in tarot, which is about finding a new perspective within the stillness. So I think that that matches really, really well. And if we add up these digits, we get the number 3, which is about expansion and growth and development. So your guides are sort of, you know, at sometimes it might feel like they're pulling away from you or something has gone wrong if you're not seeing them as frequently or as obviously, but it's actually the opposite. They're actually helping you in a huge way. They're helping you to reconnect with your inner voice, with your intuition, with the truth that lies in your subconscious. And this is going to help a lot with your spiritual growth and expansion. So this is a really cool card to start off with. I'm so happy to see it again. It's been a while. So yeah, I should use this deck more often. It really is gorgeous. Anyway, let's get into your tea leaf oracle cards. And this is the part of the reading where we get to see some major events that you can look forward to or that you should watch out for in the month of April. So the first one that we have is Victory, V. Kim Tae-hyung, victory in some endeavor. Then we have Bird Perched, waiting for news, package, letter. And finally, Table, hard work ahead. Yeah, I sure hope it does. So, victory is amazing to see. This kind of looks like the Aries symbol. Happy birthday to all my Aries, by the way. I don't know if you guys are watching this in March or April, but this is our season. This is Aries season, and this just reminded me. Also, I love the little pink flowers in the back that is reminding me of springtime. And if you're living in the Northern Hemisphere, that means spring is coming soon, and I'm so excited for that. And it looks like you guys have a lot to look forward to. I'm kind of looking at the two of these together. Victory in some endeavor and waiting for news, package, or a letter. I feel like the news or the letter or email that you receive will be notifying you of your victory. So those of you who are waiting for some result, you're waiting to hear back about something important that you submitted, something that you applied to, you are going to get the result that you wanted. For many, it sounds like this is going to be a job offer or maybe a study opportunity, an opportunity for a very exciting partnership or collaboration. You're getting news that you moved on to the next step. You have been selected for something. I think you get the picture, but basically you're getting good news. It may come in the form of a letter. For a lot of you, it might be electronic. When it comes to birds, I often do think of like internet and social media and this kind of thing. So this could come in any form, but you guys are receiving some very good news. And I feel like you've been anticipating this. You probably know what I'm talking about. And then we have hard work ahead. So maybe this is like you've been waiting for the good news. Now the good news is here. And now it's time to get to business. Now it's time to get started. You know what's interesting too with the Whispers card? This could be something that's going to come into effect like later on in the month of April, possibly in the month of May. And so maybe your spirit guides are saying, take this time now to rest and take this time to take care of yourself and to recharge, because you have this hard work coming up and you want to be on top of your game and you want to be motivated and energized. So take the rest now while you can. I feel like, well, this is pretty straightforward. You guys have some hard work coming up, but I think this is going to be very enjoyable for you. This is something that you've been wanting, that you've been waiting for, and this is something that's going to bring you a lot of stability. This table is making me think of stability. It has 4 legs, which is the number of stability. So whatever good news you're receiving, this offer you're receiving, this is going to be long term. Even if at the time you get the offer, it's like a temporary position or a temporary gig, whoever you're working with is going to like you so much, and I think they're going to offer you something more permanent or something more long-term. It could also be that the payment, the compensation you're receiving for this is something that's really going to help you out for a long time. This is helping a lot with your stability, and stability, it can also be something inner. So because you were accepted, because you were selected, you know, it's a little bit of a testament to how skilled you are and how worthy you are. And then it can boost your, you know, your confidence, your self-esteem a little bit. You'll start to feel more sure of your abilities, basically. As a manifester, as a worker, as a creator, you're like, yeah, I can do it. So, oh, how lovely. What lovely energy we're starting off the reading with. Okay, so let's get into the specific areas of your life now. We're going to look at love and relationships, career and studies, and spiritual and personal growth. And I have one tarot card and one oracle card for each. I also feel like I haven't really been using these recently. This is like throwback decks today for me. So, yeah, let's get right into it. I'm going to start with your love and relationships. So your tarot card is the Six of Wands. And your oracle card is the Book. So Six of Wands, this is coming out for your love life. This is a sign to be more confident. Your guides want you to be more confident in love and relationships. And when I say relationships, these are romantic, platonic, professional. I've sort of broadened the love section of these monthly pick-a-cards recently to encompass all forms of love because I just felt like it was something I should do, and there were some people in the comments who expressed the desire for that. So anyway, your spirit guides want you to be a lot more confident in yourself. Whatever's going on here, I think this is going to help. But your spirit guides are saying, you guys are so attractive, you are so cool, you are so talented, you are so beautiful, and people around you notice this. If you have the Six of Wands, you are being seen or admired in some way, and whether you guys realize it or not, and I feel like many of you guys may not realize the extent of how wonderful you are. Your spirit guides are trying to help you realize it this month. You guys might be receiving a lot of compliments, a lot of admiration from others this month. If you are looking for a partner, looking for a love interest, I feel like many of you guys will have options and you will be receiving a lot of attention. And your guides are saying, if you can own it, if you can accept those compliments, accept that admiration, and really let your light shine, this is going to make you even more attractive than you already are. Like, your confidence is going to be inspiring people. It's going to be turning people on. I feel like you have several people who are interested in you. Maybe you know about one of them, one or two of them, but you have some secret admirers for sure. This card is about secrets. And this card is about having eyes on you, having admirers. So if I put them together, this is definitely secret admirer energy. You may be dealing with someone as well who is a little bit hard to read, because if I'm looking at this book that is locked shut, it's, well, if I translate that into words, it's like, oh, this book is hard to read. And you know, when somebody is easy to read, we say they're like an open book, and obviously this is not an open book, it is locked. So you guys might be dealing with someone whose feelings are a little bit hard to read. Yeah. Or maybe this is you. You guys might be hard to read as well. You guys might need to be a little bit more assertive and a little bit more vocal about how you're feeling, especially if you have your eye on somebody. They might not realize how you truly feel. You might need to open up a little bit more. If you guys are in a relationship already, your partner thinks you are the most beautiful, attractive, amazing person in the world, inside and out, okay? Beautiful on the inside and out. They admire you so much. They see your potential and they're so excited to be with you and see what you accomplish. And maybe sometimes you guys kind of doubt that, not because they fail to show you, but I think it's more an inner confidence thing. It's like you guys don't realize how much your partner and how much the people in your life love you and how amazing they think you are. So your spirit guides are going to be helping you to realize this more. So maybe people who have been more closed, more hard to read, are going to start opening up so that you can see what's inside. You can see how they really feel. You guys have a mirrored number here as well. You have 626. What this tells me is that you have been putting in work on yourself. Somebody else has been putting in work on themselves, and you'll be able to come together into a partnership. This is really good energy for those of you who do have somebody in mind. This is a good time for you guys to open up to each other. If you're in a relationship already, I would expect it to be deepening. As you open up more, your relationship is going to be deepening. So the theme for you guys this month in love and relationships, it's about opening up and expressing your feelings more and accepting the love from others and being more confident in yourself. Truly, truly, you guys deserve the world and your light deserves to shine. Some of you guys also, you're going to be having, this is a kind of separate message, you're going to be having a pleasant interaction with somebody you admire a lot. So it could be somebody at work or in your field of work whom you admire a lot. It could be a creator that you admire a lot, a public figure that you admire a lot. You're going to have a nice interaction with them, whether it's just like a little shout out or a little reply, or you might even get a personal message like a DM or something from somebody you really admire, and they might even be complimenting you, complimenting your work, your personality, your drive, your spirit, and it's really, really going to boost you. Secrets are being revealed. So people who have been admiring you from afar, or people who think you're amazing, they will be coming forward. And if anybody in your life has been kind of hard to read, you will start to see their truth. Wow. Okay, so let's move on now to your messages about career and studies. Your tarot card is the Six of Pentacles, and your oracle card is, I think this is called the Child. If I'm wrong, I will put a little subtitle at the bottom. I feel like a lot of you guys are getting a job offer, or you're getting a promotion or something like this. The Six of Pentacles combined with waiting for news and victory and hard work ahead, this really looks like a new job opportunity, whether that's getting a new job offer or getting a raise. Like I said, I feel like most of you, you've already been aiming for this, you've already been wishing for this. So it's finally coming to you in the month of April. The verdict is out and you guys got it. So everything is sort of elevating for you guys. Your position is elevating, and then with that, your confidence is also elevating. Your pay is also elevating, and your responsibility, your workload, and what is expected from you, it's all kind of moving up together. So you guys will have more responsibilities in the month of April. If you guys are students, this could be like you're taking on extracurricular something or a special assignment. Can you tell I haven't been a student in a very long time? Some of you guys might even be tutoring people or training people. When I look at this Child, I'm sort of thinking of it as somebody who is under you, like somebody who has less knowledge or less experience, who has been in this field of work or study for less time than you, and so you are like the mature one or the wiser one who is going to impart your knowledge on them. So at work, you could be training somebody new, you could have like some assistants or some employees under you, maybe you're supervising people, or if you're a student, you could be tutoring people, or you're just starting to teach people what you know, like offering your services of teaching. If this is not something that you're doing, your spirit guides might be suggesting that to you, even as a side hustle. Like if you know a lot about tarot, you can start teaching a tarot course or just start tutoring people, because you guys have a lot of knowledge, you're very responsible, and you're very reliable. People who you work alongside or who you work for, they feel that they can really trust you and really count on you. And it's like this month, you're finally getting everything that has been due to you. Sometimes with the Six of Pentacles, I see it come up as this delayed reciprocation or delayed reward, meaning that at some point in the past, or in the past up until now, you have been putting in really hard work and not seeing the immediate results. But now finally everything that you had been working towards and accumulating is like falling into your lap. So it's not that you were working for nothing, it was just that the payback was delayed, if that makes sense. And now in this month of April, it is all coming to you. Another interpretation of this child, actually, in addition to, you know, training people, tutoring people, teaching people, it could be some of you guys might be significantly younger than most people who do what you do for a living, or most people in your class, or most people in your position. This could also be you. Like, you're this mature, responsible person, but you're also very young. For some of you, because I know we have all ages watching. It could be also your spirit guide saying that you are wise beyond your years. Maybe you're a young soul, but you're very wise and very mature. But everything's looking really great so far. So let's get in now to your spiritual and personal growth. So for your tarot card, we have the 5 of Swords. And for your oracle card, we have the Bouquet. So 5 of Swords is about like conflict, arguments, confusion, separation. But the Bouquet is about like something nice is happening, being thankful, being appreciative. In the month of April, okay, those of you who have been in a conflict with somebody or in a separation with somebody and you would like to reconcile, April could very well be the month that you do so, especially if you had a falling out due to a misunderstanding or due to a silly argument. Like, you guys got heated and emotional in the moment, you said some things that you didn't mean and you hurt each other's feelings and you haven't spoken since then, or there was just a miscommunication, you know, something was said that shouldn't have been said, or something was withheld that shouldn't have been withheld, and it caused hurt feelings and it caused separation. If you've been in a situation like this could be the month that the two of you reconcile and that the two of you properly talk it out. And I'm seeing that there will be some like apologies said, or you guys will be starting to understand and appreciate the other person's side of the story. So maybe somebody who is very upset at you is coming back and saying, I'm really sorry, you know what, I understand why you said what you said. I was acting out of line and you were hurt, and you know, I'm not mad at you anymore, or I don't judge you for what you said. I completely understand. And you might be doing the same for another person. You know, where at first when you were having this fight, it was like you were attacking each other and saying that the other person was wrong. It's like this humbling moment where you or the other person can say, you know what, you were right, and I respect what you said. I understand what you said. Like, I get it. That's when I look at this appreciation, I'm thinking of like, you know, appreciating where someone's coming from, or like respecting somebody's feelings, and then being grateful for each other for offering a new perspective to each other and helping each other grow. And so I feel like you guys have had this separation time as like a time to cool down and to reflect. The number 9 is about reflection, and it's about seeing the bigger picture, seeing a broader perspective than just your own, and getting greater insight into the situation. And then 5 is about change. So as both of you gain a greater perspective and come to understand your own feelings and the other person's feelings, now there can be change in this relationship. So yeah, any of you guys who are hoping for reconciliation with someone, you're gonna have a really lovely conversation and feel like now that you separated and came back, you're even better, you're even stronger than you were before. This relationship is gonna become very strong and very stable. For those of you who are completely not in a situation like that, this can also be coming to understand and appreciate something that happened in your past that has left a bad taste in your mouth. You know, when we're asking the universe, why did this happen? Why did I go through this? This is like you finally seeing the lesson that was in all that, finally seeing the blessing that was hidden in all that and coming to appreciate it. There was like a pile that had this message really strongly in my message from your future self reading. It's just reminding me of that. But yeah, finding gratitude in something that once confused you, that once made you upset. Finding gratitude in the way something played out, because you can see it from a bigger perspective now, instead of just those very intense emotions of the moment. Now that some time has gone by and some distance has been put between you and this thing, or you and this person, and you've evolved spiritually, you can look at it from a greater perspective and see actually how this experience was not just to hurt you or irritate you or frustrate you or discourage you. It was to help you grow. So this is the truth that you're seeing. Wow. You guys are, this is going to be a really, really great month for you. I'm so happy for you. So I'm going to end your reading there. Thank you very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself. Stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Hi number twos. So if you guys chose the Magnesite, these are going to be your messages and predictions for the month of April 2021. So I'm going to start with this oracle card here, and this is going to be like a general overview of your month or a message from your spirit guides to help you navigate the month of April. And the card that we have for you is Inner Voice. Interesting. So pile 1 had a pretty similar message about trusting their inner voice. Your guides are coming through right now to tell you that whatever you are believing in or whatever you are expecting for your future, you're not crazy. It's not all in your head. Whatever you are feeling and whatever signs you are experiencing are real. Whatever your intuition is telling you is real. And I guess I should say the inner voice that you're hearing, it is your intuition. It's not just your head making things up. It's not just your ego. So your guides, they're like prepping you before going into the month of April. Get really connected with your inner voice and get to trust it as much as you can. So maybe in the month of April, there are going to be some things that test you in this regard, that maybe start to make you doubt your inner voice or doubt what you've been believing, whether that be something not panning out in the way that you expected, or a comment that somebody makes that makes you discouraged or makes you wonder if you're on the right path. Trust in your inner voice and trust in your intuition is going to be so important, so that you don't falter. So that you don't falter in the face of these things outside in the 3D world on the surface that seem to be contradicting what you believe, and that you really understand what's going on behind the scenes and you really understand what is in the works for you. The more you trust your inner voice, the more unwavering you will be in the face of things that seemingly, because it's not actually that they're contradicting your truth, they just seem to be. Yes, you guys, your intuition is 100% bang on. I wouldn't be surprised if you're getting messages like this in other readings as well, because your guides really want to, what is it called? Bring the point home? I don't know. They really want to reinforce that point for you, and they're giving you a bit of a heads up before going into April. Just really strengthen this relationship with your inner voice and your higher self, because your higher self knows best, and this will help you not to be influenced by all the things going on around you. Whatever people are saying or whatever is happening, that will not be able to permeate you or change what you know to be true. You have the number 28 here, which adds up to 10. So a lot of you guys may be feeling like a cycle is ending and beginning in your life. You may be feeling like some awakening is coming, some ascension is coming, some huge wave of manifestations are coming, and you can't explain how or why, but you just feel this massive shift is coming. So your guides may be confirming that to you, that yes, there is a massive shift coming to you in your life with love and with your career, because the digits that you have here are 2 and 8. 2 is about partnerships and relationships, and 8 is about career, abundance, receiving. It's about your good karma. So yes, you are going to be blessed with new relationships. You're going to be blessed with a soulmate or a divine counterpart, if that is what you're looking for. If you have someone in mind, this is your confirmation that you're on the right track. and you have a lot of good karma coming to you. You have a lot of abundance coming to you. The career that you have in mind for yourself, your guides also want to confirm that you're on the right path with that. If you feel you would be really good at something, or you feel that you should put a certain talent out there, your guides are giving you a huge affirmation about that. Basically, your higher self is really, really closely with you and closely navigating your life. So your guides want you to trust yourself a lot more. Okay, so let's get into your tea leaf oracle cards now, and these are going to show us some significant events that you have to look forward to, or that you have to look out for in the month of April. So the first one we have is yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. Apple, temptation will test you. And carrot, opportunity or windfall. You have opportunity coming to you. You have abundance coming to you in the month of April. I'm pretty sure this apple card came out in the last, like the March 2021 pick a card, and I think it was also pile 2 if I'm remembering correctly. It would be interesting if you guys chose that one as well. I'm also noticing that you have 2 foods appearing, and they're red and orange, and eating foods of a certain color, it can help to open and stimulate certain chakras. So if you guys have red and orange coming out here, your guides may be encouraging you to eat foods of these colors to help to open and activate your root chakra and your sacral chakra. This is going to help you to feel more secure. This is going to help you to feel more calm, more confident in yourself. It will help you to have higher self-esteem, to be more motivated, to stick to your routines more. It will help you to be more creative and feel better about the work that you put out into the world, and really feel sure of your place in the world. The benefits are endless. So maybe you can actually specifically eat apples and carrots, or any other red and orange food that you guys like. This could be a way to help you guys stimulate those lower chakras and help you feel more grounded and secure, and maybe even to help you feel more sure of what your inner voice is telling you, because it seems like a lot of stuff is going on in your higher chakras, and to help you feel that it's more real and to help ground those messages into the 3D, those lower chakras could be really helpful for you. So let's take a look at the yoke card, which is feeling tied down or frustrated. And I also just realized that egg yolks are yellow, which is the color of also another lower chakra, solar plexus. Feeling tied down or frustrated, and temptation will test you. I feel like this can be with regards to the messages you've received about this huge shift, these huge opportunities that are coming to you. Some of you guys may be feeling kind of left hanging, or feel kind of hopeless and like, why am I getting these messages if things aren't really looking like that on the outside, if things aren't really happening? You may feel tied down in your current situation, your current job, your current relationships are not as fulfilling as you would like them to be, and that of course is very frustrating. When it comes to the temptation, for someone like you who has very big dreams, this temptation could actually be like a temptation to give up, a temptation to settle, to take the more secure path, to take, you know, the more normal job, or take the more easy way. Sometimes you may really be tempted, and sometimes you may even almost succeed in convincing yourself like that that's what you would really want. Like, okay, I'll just live a normal, stable life. And that's your temptation, because sometimes waiting for this big dream or continuing to have hope, it can be a little bit difficult. Again, your guides are saying the more you connect to your higher self, the easier it will become. But here they're also acknowledging the difficulty that you've been through in that up until now. You know, the temptation is real, because it takes so much courage to pursue what you're really passionate about with all your heart and put everything out there, knowing, well, not knowing what could happen, that you might fail, that it might all fall apart. It takes a lot of courage. So I can see why you would be tempted to play it safe. I think we've all experienced that before, but your guides want to confirm to you that this opportunity is coming to you, and you're going to start to see the sprouts of it in the month of April. It's really cool that we have so much plant imagery, because when you first plant a seed, a lot of the, you know, opening up and growing is happening underground. Like the roots are growing and the, oh my gosh, I don't know, but the seeds is like cracking open, and then the sprout comes up and finally it makes its way out of the ground, and that's when it's visible to us. So it's like, until now, your seed has been doing all this growth under the ground, and April is when you're going to start to see the bud come up. And it's kind of symbolic, because for a lot of us, like, springtime is coming where we are in the world. So it's like, along with the spring, your dreams and your aspirations and your manifestations are going to start to poke their little heads out. Now, you may not get like all of it is just tumbling into your life right away, but you're starting to see the signs of it, that, oh my gosh, I'm not crazy. This can actually happen. What I've been hearing from my inner voice is actually true. So a new opportunity is coming to you. I think windfall means like suddenly getting a lot of money, right? Anyway, opportunity for abundance is coming. Your guides are acknowledging you've been feeling frustrated, you've been feeling tempted to give up and to play it safe, but they're saying just hang in there a little bit longer, because your sprout is shooting up in April, and you will see the proof. You will see the proof. Okay, so let's get into the specific areas of your life now. We're going to look at love and relationships, career and studies, and spiritual and personal growth. And I have one tarot card and one oracle card each for these areas. So starting off with love life, your tarot card is Queen of Cups, which relates really, really strongly to inner voice, and the stars. Wow. So this Queen of Cups, first of all, the way I would interpret like the traditional Queen of Cups in a love life reading is that, again, your intuition is very, very accurate about who is coming into your life, or just the fact that somebody is coming into your life, that a relationship is very significant. You guys might be in telepathic communication with a soulmate. You guys might be psychically picking up on someone, whether you know them or not. And so your guides are asking you to trust your intuition more in that respect. This is somebody, I think a lot of you are connected to somebody whom you haven't met in the physical yet, whether it's a romantic soulmate or whether it's like a starseed family, like this lonely person looking up into the stars. It's making me think of that. Souls who you have had past lives with in other worlds, and you ended up incarnated on this earth. But there are some soulmates that you have yet to meet, or a soulmate that you have yet to meet on this earth, but you can feel them. You can feel them and you long for them. You long to be back in that energetic home where you're just understood, where you just resonate on the same frequency. So this is your confirmation. Again, it goes really well with the inner voice. What you've been feeling about certain relationships or souls who are meant to come in and be in your life, whether that be romantic or platonic or creative or professional, you are right. Even if you've never met them before, you can feel them, and you may even accurately know certain things about their personalities, certain things about their experiences. And you may have received very telling dreams, very telling synchronicities. This Queen of Cups in this deck in particular, she's very different than the traditional one. The traditional one has a more like closed off kind of energy. Her cup that she's holding in the Rider-Waite deck, for example, it's like shut with a lid, and she's holding onto it with both hands, and it sort of looks like she's pulling it close to her body. So she's more, it almost looks like she's more reserved with her emotions, with her insights, with her psychic abilities. This Queen of Cups is like wide open. You see? She looks more like she's opening up, she's showing us something. So you guys might be encouraged in the month of April to open up more about what you've been experiencing regarding the connections with your soulmate or soulmates. This is going to help to validate you, but also a lot of other people who have been having the same experience as you. I don't know if you guys have ever had this experience where you're feeling your soulmate energetically, or you're feeling a very strong soul connection to somebody. And then you feel crazy and you tell someone else about it and they're like, oh my gosh, I've been through the same thing. So both of you at the same time are feeling less crazy. You're feeling more validated. You know that you have somebody to go to when you have a dream, or when you experience a synchronicity, or when there's a development. You have somebody to go to who can listen and accept what you're saying, and who can maybe offer advice and offer you additional insight. Like, oh my gosh, maybe that sign means this and this and this. Maybe that dream was trying to tell you XYZ. You're being encouraged to open up more about what you felt intuitively. And you have a pretty talented soul family out there. You guys may be meant to collaborate with some of your soul family members that you have yet to meet. There's a few of them out there for sure. So I don't know if you're going to be meeting this person or these people in the month of April, but you will be receiving a lot of confirmation, and you're being encouraged to open up more about what your experience has been, because you will see that there are many others like you, and this is not such a crazy experience. And at this point in time on Earth, a lot of us are being reunited with our starseed families, with our soul families, with our divine counterparts, whatever you guys resonate with. And we're being encouraged to believe more that yes, we can know things beyond our five senses, and we can feel connection to other souls beyond somebody that we know, somebody that we've met or interacted with in this lifetime, because we can access our memories beyond just this one physical experience. The more you open up and the more you talk about this, the more you'll realize it's not so crazy. It's not such a big leap for you, for your mind to accept this, basically. Wow, okay, so let's take a look at your career now. For your tarot card, we have the Four of Cups. And I will write down what this one is called because I can't remember. Oh, I think it might be called the Whip, maybe. I don't use this deck that often. I know what the cards mean, but sometimes I forget what their actual names are. Okay, in the month of April, you guys are feeling bored in your career. You guys are not meant for a normal job. You guys are not meant for a mundane job. You guys, I do feel like you'll be healthier in a routine with consistency in your lifestyle, but not a routine that somebody else is enforcing on you. Like you have to be able to set your routine for yourself. Even if it's like, I go to bed at 4 a.m. and I wake up at noon and I start working at 2 p.m. and I eat 7 meals a day. It can be like totally unusual or unconventional routine, but it needs to be your own. I feel like you guys really need to do your own thing and live your life in your own way. And I think you will never be happy in like a traditional or quote unquote normal career. And that's not for a lack of trying. I feel like you guys really have tried. Maybe you have tried out many different jobs or tried to be more happy or more fulfilled in your job. But with this Four of Cups, it's a little bit more discouraged, I feel, than in the traditional one, because it doesn't look so much like he's just looking at his cups and is bored. It's like the cups are spilled over. These cups, it almost looks like they're mocking him or taunting him and like pouring all over him, and he looks defeated. So to me, this is more than just like a boredom or dissatisfaction that I would normally interpret from the traditional one. But this is like feeling so like exasperated, I think is the right word, or so defeated. Like you've tried so hard to just be happy the way everybody else is in their jobs and in their normal routines. with their normal friends and family and relationships and normal habits, but it's like you just can't fit into that mold, and your guides are saying it's okay, don't fit yourself into that mold. With this card, I'm pretty sure this one is called the whip, so I've been thinking of like you trying to whip yourself into shape, or what you think is the appropriate shape. And also this could be, you know, people have been trying to give you advice about, oh, what about this career? You should try this, you should study for this. I remember being told like, oh, you should just get a government job because you get weekends off and it's like the same hours every day. You can finish work at 4. I used to get told that, and I'm like, no, I can't do a government job. And I used to feel so insecure that I was doing something weird for a living. And sometimes I would think like, you know, maybe I should have just gotten a government job so that I don't have to feel like such an outcast and I can just fit in and be normal. And I remember when I would tell people what I wanted to do, like especially family members, they would be like, oh, well, that's interesting. You know, everybody has their own thing. And you could tell they were kind of like, ugh. So I totally get this, like getting advice from people or getting comments from people who feel like they mean well, but it's just even more discouraging. I do feel like this pile, you guys have really tried. So maybe even as a student, like you've tried many different majors, or you've switched a lot, or you've switched jobs a lot, and just like nothing seems to click for you. This card could also be showing that you guys don't really do well with taking orders or being told what to do, you know, following other people's directions. If this is like a boss or an employer and you just can't, like you can't be bothered to listen and follow their set instructions because you are meant to make your own. So again, this is like your guides acknowledging your frustration, acknowledging your boredom. The guidance that I would give you guys for the month of April, you don't have to do anything drastic. Like if you're relying on a certain career for stability right now, you don't have to make a complete, like cut off and a complete switch, but at least decide that that's what you want someday, and tell the universe, like, I'm ready to do whatever it takes. I made the decision. This is what I'm going to do. Please show me the steps. Just show the universe that your intention is not to stay here. Really tell them. And I know maybe that seems so like, of course I told the universe that's what I want. But when we have fear and when we have uncertainty and hesitation, that actually tells the universe, you know what, maybe I do want to stay here. We just have to, within our hearts, 100% commit and tell the universe, I'm ready to do whatever it takes. I'm ready to take whatever path is necessary. And the universe will show you the way. The universe will start to put little hints and put that trail in front of you. So maybe you guys just need to take the first step in the month of April. Start putting small steps towards your dream and towards what you really want to do. Even if it's, you know, while you're still working a job that is boring to you, just start putting in the steps each day towards your dream. Something even really small, like you're gonna do one thing a day towards your dream, or a few minutes a day towards your dream. And working on your lower chakras is gonna help you be consistent with that. It's gonna help you like not give up on April 3rd and create a very consistent, like, okay, I'm gonna take one step every day towards it. And spirit will help you, your inner voice will help you, your guides will help you know what to do. But your biggest advice for April is like, stop fighting this. Like, stop trying to fit yourself in the mold of working a normal job. This idea of, if I could just be normal, I would be happy. It's not true. That's your temptation to give up. That's like a fear of taking the risk. So accept yourself for being weird and for not fitting into the boxes that society has offered you, and for not having the same habits or the same schedule as other people. It's okay. And again, there's a lot more people out there like you than you might realize. I think everybody likes to pretend that they're super happy in their job and their regular schedule and they have it all together. But a lot of us are these kind of like weird and unique people, or we have these traits. And the more people open up about it and share their experience, the more people can come forward and say like, oh my God, I feel the same way. Even like my friends, the people in my life who I used to be kind of envious that they could work this normal job, only to find out later that they weren't really fulfilled in it either. We need to start accepting ourselves for how we are and opening up more about it. So be proud. If you can't fit into the box, be proud of that and start putting steps towards your dreams. That's your advice for this month. Okay, so your final cards for spiritual and personal growth. The Sacred... I know that this card exists, but it's just so funny. The Sacred Clown, which is the Fool, and the Scythe. Okay, this is so funny. So some of you guys, I don't know if you've ever watched one of my relationship readings, like your soulmate or your next relationship, and I swear it's like every time I film one of those, there's one pile where I'm like, okay, now let's look at the card to see how your person feels about you, and it's the Fool. Now, if you know tarot, of course the Fool is positive, but to be like, how does someone feel about you, the Fool, it's just so funny. And can you imagine? Can you imagine if I had used this and I'm like, okay, let's see how your next relationship feels about you. Oh my gosh. Okay, so spiritual and personal growth. Interestingly, you guys have 0 to 10, which is the beginning and ending of a cycle, or the ending and beginning, I should say. The ending of an old cycle and beginning of the new. You also have the number 10 here. So, wow. Like, your guides really want to drive this point home. A cycle is ending in your life, and a huge awakening, a huge new cycle is beginning. The Scythe is about clearing away everything that doesn't serve you anymore. But I think for you guys, it's like a little by little thing. Your guides aren't asking you to do anything super scary, anything super drastic. You know, this is not like a tractor that is coming in to just plow everything away. This is a handheld tool. So you can imagine it's like little by little, you hack away a bit and then you take a break, and you hack away a bit and you take a break until it's all cleared out. This is not like a month's work to completely clear out the things that are not resonating with you and start an entire new life. This will take several months, and it will even take, you know, a couple years to completely do a 180 in your life. I do see that that's what's going to happen, because the Fool is about a clean slate, a completely new beginning, and this is you 100% embracing your uniqueness and embracing your weirdness, your sacred clownery. This is what you're embracing. But it's gradual, okay? You don't have to do anything drastic. And if you try to do too much, you may actually lose motivation. So I think it's really better for you guys to create like a steady routine where little by little you put more and more efforts into your dream life until you feel comfortable to let go of the old one. I know a lot we talk about like taking this leap of faith, and the Fool is about leaps of faith, but there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with going step by step. And I feel like this is going to be, it's going to be better for you. I can't really say why. You know, sometimes I get message and readings like just go for it, just take the leap. And other times it's a more gradual approach. And maybe it just depends on people's, the way certain people's minds work. Like some people are more successful going cold turkey, other people are more successful gradually reducing. I guess it just depends on the person and what works for you. So maybe for you guys it works more to like, you know, gradually start working more and more towards your dream life, and then when you feel like it's gotten pretty stable, because again, even we got this message in April, it's not like the whole plant is growing, but you'll start to see a little sprout, and it will grow more and more and more until naturally you just break off from your old life. But for your spiritual growth in the month of April, and we've kind of seen it throughout the reading, start to embrace your weirdness. Do not hide it anymore. And you'll find your family of weird clowns just like you, I promise. And you may find a lot of people who are in the same situation as you, like they're struggling through this old stale world to get to the one they truly desire. And you'll have each other. You'll have each other's backs through this situation. Wow, you guys are gonna accomplish great things. You're gonna accomplish big things, but give it time and be gentle with yourself. Allow yourself to change gracefully and gradually. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna end your reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hi, number threes. So if you guys chose the Cherry Blossom Agate, these are going to be your messages and predictions for the month of April 2021. So I'm going to start with this oracle card here, and this is going to give us sort of an overview for your month or a message from your spirit guides for the month of April. And the card that we have here is Soul Love. This is so cute. And this is really cool because you guys have the number 33 and you chose pile 3. So the number 3 might be very significant to you guys in the month of April. You may be seeing repeating 3s everywhere, like seeing 333 on the clock or wherever you go. Maybe you have already been seeing this. But this is a sign about a soulmate that is coming into your life. It could be a romantic soulmate that you're connecting with. It could be a platonic soulmate. It could even be a business partner who is your soulmate. But what I see is that the two of you are coming together to create something. The number 3 is about creation, manifestation, expansion. It's about fertility. So it's really good for making things together, especially things that have a lot of value and that will create wealth for you. So some of you guys are manifesting a romantic relationship with a partner who's going to be building something or creating something with you. It could even be that you're like having children, like creating a child together. You could be manifesting your life partner. Others of you, it will be soulmates that you will professionally or creatively collaborate with. And I think you guys have a very good idea about what is coming or who is coming. I think it's been something that you've been working on manifesting quite a bit, because when I look at this person, it's like their whole head area, like their third eye and their crown is so lit up that you can barely see it. And then their heart is lit up as well. And I'm thinking of those, you know, those memes where like people's eyes are all lit up and glowing because they're on to something, like they have hyper focused vision. I don't know, it's just reminding me of that. I think you guys know very well what you are manifesting, and this is just your confirmation. But yes, I think there's a very important soulmate that is coming into your life or coming back into your life. The camera timer just said 222. She said yes. Or even for some of you, you could be discovering your passion, discovering your calling, which is something that your soul is so in love with. But this is a beautiful month. This is a month that is setting you up for expansion, for abundance, and for a lot of creative inspiration. Those of you who are looking to create something or forge your own path in terms of your career, you're gonna be hit with a lot of good ideas this month, because look at this. Your head is literally a ball of light. You guys are going to be receiving a lot of downloads and a lot of really, really brilliant ideas. Just a final message from this card. Your guides are suggesting you to take some time in the month of April to really get to know your soul, possibly through meditation. I think that would be the best way, especially because the person on this card is meditating. Figure out, you know, who is your soul, what is their name. A lot of souls go by like a certain name in the soul world. You know, how old are they? How many lifetimes-ish have they had? What are they good at? What are they working on? What lessons are they trying to learn? What they like, what they don't like, what other souls they like to hang around. Just get to know your soul. Yeah, that's what your guides are saying. Nothing too deep about it, but just it's really lovely to get to know yourself more, and it can help you navigate your current life better and understand why certain things are happening and how they're helping your soul to learn the things that they want to learn. It's just good to have that context and have that insight. Some of you guys might want to try guided meditations or like a guided hypnosis. Even better if you could actually go see somebody who can perform the hypnosis, the hypnotherapy on you, but I know there's like some videos on YouTube where you can try to get yourself into that state, and if that's what you can do, if that's what you can do right now, then your guides are definitely encouraging you to take that step and connect with your soul a little bit more. All right, so let's get into your tea leaf oracle cards now. These are going to show us some major events in the month of April that you have to look forward to or that you have to look out for. The first one is hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. Firecracker, excitement. And bird flying, news is on the way. Wow, so if I put all of these together, this actually looks to me like you guys could be making some travel plans or possibly even going on a trip, depending on like what restrictions you have or don't have on you right now. Some of you might be taking an actual trip, an actual vacation in the month of April, or you're planning for one later in the year and you're getting really excited about it because, you know, we have quite literally taking a vacation. It's exciting. And with this bird flying, you guys might be flying, like taking a flight somewhere. So this could be something that you're starting to plan and get excited about in the month of April. At the very least, maybe you guys are having a bit of a holiday from your regular work or studies or from your regular chores, responsibilities, just taking a little bit of a break. If you guys feel like you want to spend more time alone, more time to yourself, certainly don't feel guilty about that. It feels so good to cancel plans, and your guides are saying don't feel bad about taking care of yourself first. So even if this is just a little mental vacation, your guides are like giving you the There's one other interpretation that I have for these cards that might resonate for some of you, so I will just say it and please feel free to claim it. Some of you guys are receiving in the month of April a communication that you have been waiting for, and that you've been kind of nervous when you were waiting for it. And then once you get the communication, you can relax. So that's like the mental vacation. If I can give an example, it's like maybe you were exchanging messages with a person, with a crush, or even with like a company that you wanted to hire you, and then all of a sudden they went silent. And you thought that something was wrong, or that they don't like you, or they found someone else, or you thought something went wrong, and so you were feeling nervous. And then the communication comes in and you're very excited about it, and you're just like, okay, I thought I did something wrong. I thought I messed it up. Now I can relax. I know that everything is fine. So that could be an interpretation for some of you guys. Hopefully this will happen more towards the beginning of the month, because it would just, I know that feeling, and it would suck to be waiting until the end of the month for this to happen. So hopefully it happens sooner rather than later for you guys. Yeah, it could be something like a job stopped responding and you thought they weren't interested, but then they're like, oh, sorry, we got really busy, or I don't know. They will explain to you about their absence, and everything will be such a relief. Yeah, and same goes for more personal relationships as well. It could definitely be a more personal thing. Okay, so let's get into the more specific areas of your life now. I have one tarot card and one oracle card each for the 3 areas of love and relationships, career and studies, and spiritual and personal growth. So let's start with the cards for your love life. The first one that we have here is the Queen of Wands. And then we have the Stork. Okay, so Queen of Wands. Pile 3s. There is somebody who is so attracted to you, so incredibly attracted to you. They feel very, very passionate about you. They, you light up their life. That's the expression I was looking for. You're like a ray of sunshine in their life. If there's anybody that you guys have been talking to, flirting with, exchanging jokes with, this person really appreciates your sense of humor and your flirty style. And yes, they're very physically attracted to you. Like, they find you very physically beautiful, handsome, attractive, cute, sexy, but it's your mind too, it's your charm too, it's the way you guys vibe together and you laugh at the same things. They really love that. This person finds you very, very funny. You could also be meeting a new person who feels this way about you if it's not resonating for anybody currently in your life. But if you guys are involved with somebody, this is how they feel about you. I generally kind of stay away from talking about 18 plus things because I get very awkward, but this might be a very eventful month in that area. A very exciting and pleasurable month in that area. I'm noticing, like I said, you guys had the number 33, which was about having children, and you also have the stork. So just take whatever necessary actions you need to take, depending on if that's something you want or don't want. But this month is about you guys really being empowered in your relationships and in your love life. We saw this a little bit earlier, you know, with friendships or with other relationships, because this section is about relationships of all kinds, including love and romance, but this is about you making your own decisions. So if you want to make plans, make the plans. If you want to cancel your plans, cancel your plans. Like, be a little bit selfish. I feel like you guys are so selfless all the time that when, like, the second you do something for yourself, you feel like you're being so selfish. You feel like you're being so selfish, and your guides are saying, oh my gosh, don't worry. Like, you're allowed to take time for yourself. You're allowed to change your mind. Of course, like, if you started flaking on everybody all the time, that's when it becomes an issue, but you're allowed to treat yourself and have a vacation. So make the plans you want to make. If you want to cancel plans, cancel plans. If you want to have more casual dating experience, do that. If you want to, like, experiment with different possible love interests, do that. As long as you're not, like, you know, telling anybody you're being exclusive, do whatever you want. If you want to focus all your time and energy to one person that you really like, do that. This month is about you being empowered. If you want to stay single and not involve yourself with anybody, that's also fine. This month is about doing what you want to do. Yes. This card, the stork, it can also be about somebody returning. So someone from your past, like an old flame, might be coming back. You guys are really feeling yourself and really confident this month. And I feel like for some of you, an F-boy, F-girl, F-person from your past is coming back because they saw your recent pictures, or they saw what you were up to. They saw how well you were doing in your life and how confident you're feeling. And they were like, yeah, maybe I'll go waste their time a little bit. Because that's what F people do. They're crawling back because they see how well you're doing and talking about how they miss you and this and that. And you guys will have the satisfaction. You'll have the satisfaction of saying, oh, you missed me? That's too bad. Or leaving them on red, or whatever you want to do. You will feel triumphant in the situation because maybe before this person really messed you up, this person really broke your heart, and now you get to, like, turn them down. So that's something that will happen for a few of you, maybe not everybody, but I think that will feel really good. For others of you, of course, if there's somebody that you genuinely want to come back, who you had a very good relationship with them, the stork can very well be talking about that as well. Somebody's coming, somebody's returning. But you're gonna be definitely the object of somebody's very strong affection and very, very strong passion in the month of April. So yeah, it's like the ball is in your court, it's in your hands. You are empowered in these relationships, and don't be afraid to, you know, talk about what you want, what you need, what doesn't work for you. This is like a month where if you are bold and if you are direct and straightforward and confident in yourself, it's really, really going to pay off in all of your relationships. And you will see that people really do respect you when you assert yourself, or when you you know, put yourself first or you express your needs, you'll see that people do respect that, and that's going to empower you. So yeah, this is the month of empowerment for you guys, basically. Okay, so let's look at your tarot and oracle cards for your career, and I already turned them over. But there's the Queen of Swords and the Moon. Ooh, so you guys came up as a queen twice. Your guides are really, really trying to hype you up. And it doesn't matter your gender, honestly. Queen just means that you're royalty. It means that you're the shit. It means that you deserve the best. It means that you've really matured and really evolved. And your guides are so proud of you. And that's why they're showing you as a queen. Also, regardless of your gender, it could be encouraging you to tap in a little bit more to your feminine side. So really tap into your creativity this month and listening to your feelings, you know, going with the flow of your feelings and honoring them, especially in your relationships, like we saw in this part of the reading. Honoring how you feel and expressing that to people because you know it deserves to be heard and it deserves to be respected. Okay, so let's talk about your career now. This is really interesting because this card can actually talk about fame, how other people are seeing you, your recognition. So in both areas, it's like a lot of eyes are on you this month in a very good way. So your work is being very heavily admired in the month of April. You're the Queen of Swords here, so I think you guys are going to become well known or become praised for your ideas, for your intellect. Some of you guys might be a writer or a speaker, or you have some job where you are putting forth your own original ideas. You are sharing your intellect, you're sharing your knowledge on a certain topic, you may be teaching people. But whatever's getting you success and getting you recognition, it's your mind, it's your wisdom first and foremost. If you guys are not writing or posting or sharing your ideas in any way, or if you guys are not teaching people or sharing your knowledge, your guides may be encouraging you to do that. And this has been coming out quite a bit recently. So maybe this is a collective thing where we're all being encouraged to start sharing our ideas and sharing our knowledge more, because we just never know how many people can benefit from it. And you never know what abundance you can create for yourself by putting your ideas out there. For those of you who are in an institution, like you're in school or you're in a company, this section of the reading can be talking about a boss or a teacher, somebody above you who is really recognizing your hard work and recognizing your intelligence, and they may be rewarding you accordingly. You guys have the number 32 here, which adds up to 5. So it is hinting that there is some sort of change happening in your career. Maybe you guys are leveling up to this queen status, or you're becoming more well-known or admired by more people. I will say with the moon, there could be some element of mystery to you. Like maybe, you know, you're sharing your ideas. Maybe it's like you're anonymous or you're under a different name, or, you know, people think that they know you really well and you're like this way, but you're actually that way. There could be a lot of people who, you know, see you as mysterious, or people who can't read you, or people who like misunderstand you. Maybe they underestimate your intelligence, but it's your mind, it's your brain that is going to help you guys succeed in April. And there's like, your guides want you to share your knowledge. Your guides want you to share your ideas, even if it's like suggesting or proposing an idea to your boss, like of something that the company can do. They'll be like, wow, how did you come up with that? And like it's like people didn't know you were this knowledgeable. People didn't know you were this smart. And maybe you were hiding that because you're wise. Because it's better for people to underestimate you. One last thing with this pile, maybe you guys already know this, but it seems like your guides might be suggesting that your brain is more active in the nighttime, or you'll get some of your best ideas in the nighttime. So there might be some nights in April where you stay up really, really late working on something because you're just so in the zone and you can't stop. And you might even have some dreams that give you inspiration. But it's like when the moon is out, you become this Queen of Swords even more. Like your sword sharpens. Your mind becomes more sharp and you're getting more and more good ideas. And yeah, this is like what we talked about in the beginning. You guys are going to be full of amazing ideas in April. And don't be afraid to share them, whether it's with your boss, with your coworkers, with your teacher, on your social media platform, whatever it is. Speak your mind, let your voice be heard. Or let your letters be read. Okay, so let's move on to the final part of this reading, which is going to be about your spiritual and personal growth. Your tarot card is the Ace of Cups, which is wonderful. And the Fish, your oracle card is the Fish. So the Fish oracle card, it's about money, wealth, resources. It's very good for business. It's very good for excelling in your career, for making money. And the Ace of Cups, I'm taking this in the context of this reading to be about self-love and to be happy with yourself as you are now and in the present moment. If I put these together, I see that you guys have a lot of dreams, you have a lot of brilliant ideas, and there are a lot of things that you want to manifest, right? But there may be some of you, sometimes the Ace of Cups is like a reminder to bring yourself back to the here and now and to love the here and now rather than, you know, putting your happiness somewhere else, like in another time, in another place when certain things have happened, then I will be happy. If I interpret both of these together, it's like maybe you guys have all these dreams and ideas, but you're waiting. It's like, okay, I'll execute this plan, or this will manifest when I have more knowledge, when I get more information, or when I meet the partner I'm supposed to meet. Then I'll start putting my ideas out there, or I'll start, you know, putting this plan into action. And I think what your guides are trying to say here is like, bring yourself back to here and now and focus on what you can do now. You know, we tend to like, or maybe it's just me, like projecting our happiness into the future. Like when I get this, when I have this, then I'll be able to do it. And your guides are kind of saying, think about what resources you have now and where you can start from now. Because even now you have, I guarantee you have some idea that is ready for the world to see, or you have some resources that you can use. There is some way that you can start. Like if you wanted to make videos and all you have is your iPhone, like just start with that. Or if you want to do readings and all you have is like freaking stick-it notes, like you don't need the deck, just write on the stick-it notes, just start like that. I used to do that at the beginning too. Or if you feel that you need a partner to do what you want to do, focus on what you can do by yourself first. Start working on it by yourself first, and then your partner will come. Like for example, if you're a singer, but you don't have somebody to make the beat, like you don't have somebody to make the instrumental, just start doing like acapellas or something, a really, really simple instrumental, and start putting it out there. Because then when you put it out there, the producers can find you and they can say, wow, I like your voice. So don't wait for those resources or that information. Just start now, because you have so much potential now. You have so much talent and so much brilliance now. And as you go along, everything that needs to find you will like add itself, add itself to you, and will improve your output and improve what you're creating as you go along. So you need to be confident in yourself right now, for sure. You guys, yeah, it's like the same way other people might underestimate you. I feel like you underestimate yourself too. And that might be why people underestimate you. Like, if you are super brilliant and you don't think you are, then you won't share your ideas. And if you don't share your ideas, then nobody else is gonna think that you're brilliant. So maybe it starts here with you. It starts with you seeing your potential and seeing how amazing you are, and starting with whatever you have, whatever resources you have, whatever knowledge you have, whatever experience you have. Start with that, and the rest will come, the rest will add itself on as you go along. You can't expect yourself to be, you know, totally perfect and polished and know exactly what you're doing right from the start. So yeah, you have so much already. You have so much already. That's the message that keeps coming. Okay, so I'm gonna end your reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!